Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a collective reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. As I was shuffling for this reading, the Two of Cups card in the reverse position came out at the top of the deck. So, unlike cards that come out from the bottom of the deck that may hold some kind of an obscured or hidden meaning, I feel this card representing what might be happening on the surface in the visible 3D realm. For someone who is connecting with this reading, what that also means is that this surface level card might actually hold a much deeper meaning. There may be something really different going on energetically in this connection, because the Two of Cups reversed is very often a card of separation, I'm hearing disharmony, but in the sense of two people just being out of sync with each other. So again, this may represent how things actually look on the surface, but something could be very, very different beneath the surface here. And of course, we will be getting into all of that in the reading today. So I'm going to pull a card from the Moonology deck here. What do those listening to this reading need to know most? Take time to breathe out. So I feel a very specific message coming through for someone. I don't know who this is for, and I feel that this will not connect with most people listening. But for someone who is tuned into this reading, there may have been heavier, denser emotions coming to the surface that may have actually tried to push you into some kind of impulsive action, or some kind of action taken from a place of fear, uncertainty, or anxiety. Again, this will not be for everyone. Only take it if it connects. But if this is the case for you, I'm really feeling that someone's guides are urging them here to sit with these feelings and to shift them from the inside out, to shift the energy internally, to take the time to meditate, to breathe, to visualize the ideal outcome of the situation, instead of possibly jumping immediately into some particular action coming from a place of fear or anxiety. So again, I feel that this might only be for a small group of people, but I do hope that message connected with you and reached you if that is relevant for your situation. Now, here we have regret in the reverse position and courage in the upright position. And the courage card says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And right away, I'm getting the message that someone's self-reflection that is coming up as regret reversed, it may not necessarily be what we traditionally think of as regret in the traditional sense. This could simply be reflecting on the past with an attitude of, I desire to make the most self-supportive, self-loving choices moving into the future. It may be for someone listening that something has come back from your past, whether it's an old belief pattern, an old fear or anxiety, even a person from your past, platonically or romantically, whether they've come into your mind or your actual physical reality. I just feel energetically as though there's some kind of window of self-reflection on something in the past here that is providing the opportunity to step forward with courage to more consciously and actively create a desired future that may be very different in some respects from choices made in the past, people connected with in the past, etc. And I almost feel this courage card saying, do you have the courage to step forward in purpose, choosing what is most aligned for you, what is most aligned with your inner truth? Do you have the courage to make the most self-loving, self-empowering choices, even if these choices may be radically different than those that you made in the past? So I do want to get some clarification. What is this regret that's pushing into courage here? Wow, okay, someone's at the end of some kind of final struggle or final battle here, needed to overcome to fully step into their Queen of Pentacles energy. Now, I hadn't yet picked up an energetic polarity, either the divine masculine or divine feminine, but I'm now getting that whoever is connecting with this portion of the reading will most likely resonate more strongly with the divine feminine polarity. And I see that whoever I'm speaking to, what you've been reaching towards, what you've been working on aligning with, possibly for several months or years now, is that Queen of Pentacles energy. That energy of empowerment, but an empowerment that comes through creativity, creative expression, a very abundant mindset, but also one who is very connected with their physical self, very in tune with their body, very open to receiving, enjoying the present moment. This is the Queen of Pentacles energy. And I see that a divine feminine I'm speaking to here has been shifting into this Queen of Pentacles energy embodiment. But there is this struggle coming up as the Five of Wands reversed. Now, the fact that this card is reversed tells me it's almost like you're overcoming one final battle within yourself, possibly even something manifested in your external world. But this really feels like the end of a struggle for you. So if you're still going through something that feels very dense, very challenging, I really feel as though this is the end of that struggle. This is kind of the closing battle for you. For others of you, this may actually represent the fact that you've shifted out of struggle and that you are no longer willing to sacrifice yourself, your truth, your needs, your creativity to please others or to attain anything. You are recognizing that your true value and worth comes from your energetic essence, and that energy is cultivated from within you through releasing the struggle, through simply beginning to embody the energy of what you desire and to accept your worthiness of receiving rather than needing to struggle and fight so hard for the things or the connections or the love that you desire and deserve. I'm hearing you are inherently worthy and beginning to actually accept that worthiness, realizing that you don't need to struggle for the love that you deserve and desire, for the abundance, that you actually have the power as the alchemist of your life to create and attract these things simply by embodying that energy from within yourself, embodying the unconditional love you desire, embodying the abundance you desire. Now, when I spoke on love, I feel that specifically there may be a lesson coming back up from the past for some divine feminines. This may be romantic in nature. This could be someone coming back from your past who is making you feel as though you have to struggle to attain their favor or to attain their love. And you might be tempted to reach outside of yourself to try and please this person or try to attract love from them. But I see you actually having learned that lesson. It's like you have expanded out of that need to struggle for the love that you inherently deserve. Now, for some of you, this may not be romantic. This might actually be platonic. This could be a family member. I'm sensing somewhat of a karmic energy from all of this. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a karmic relationship or connection. This could even be a soul connection, such as a twin flame or a soulmate, but there could be some karmic lessons that are being healed and learned even within this soul connection. Now, for others of you, this could be a purely karmic connection. When it comes to these karmic lessons that we sometimes learn through soulmates or through twin flame connections, I sometimes call these unbalanced soulmate connections or unbalanced twin flame connections. But you could also think of it as a karmic soulmate or a karmic twin flame. And in these cases, once the karmic patterns are healed, if there's a soul-based connection, that person will actually then remain in your life in a harmonious fashion, embodying that pure soulmate energy or that pure twin flame energy after those karmic lessons are addressed and those patterns are unraveled and healed. Now, in the case of a purely karmic connection with no soul-based component, when that karmic pattern or lesson is healed, typically that person will simply fade out of your life experience in a harmonious way. So the lesson will be learned and you simply just won't connect anymore. So again, only you can know what kind of connection you're dealing with here. But I almost feel as though some old karmic pattern, person, lesson, something has been triggered to show you how much you've grown, to show you that you've expanded out of your need to reach outside of yourself for anything, whether it's success, abundance, love, connection, etc. But again, for many of you, I specifically feel that this is going to apply in some kind of a love connection. I'm hearing once you realize that you've learned the lesson and expanded beyond this, you will begin to see this connection or situation transform in a really positive way. Now, of course, that will be really unique for you depending on your personal circumstances and situation. For some of you, this may mean that someone who has been a thorn in your side, so to speak, from the past, either platonically or romantically, that you no longer desire to connect with, but that seems to keep coming back. If that is the case, once you heal this karmic pattern completely and no longer reach outside of yourself to connect with this person, refuse to step outside of your abundant energy, your self-loving, self-empowered energy, this person will simply fade out of your experience. Now, for others of you, this may be someone that you do share a soul bond with, that you desire to deepen your bond with or harmonize your bond with, but there may have been these karmic patterns or cycles within you or within the connection that may have kept the two of you apart. And if that is the case, I'm hearing that as, again, you step into that total self-love and self-empowerment and stay in that alignment, it actually begins to harmonize and heal the bond with that other person. But part of the courage aspect here, because that courage card is really standing out here, part of the courage aspect is having the courage to stay in your center, to not reach outside of yourself to connect with this person or to reach for this thing as you may have in the past, and to trust that you are going to be aligned with what is in alignment with your highest good and with your most empowering and self-loving timeline. And this requires the most courage of all because it requires a great deal of surrender of attachment to the outcome. Because I'm getting that for some of you listening, particularly those of you who have been dealing with a particular person, connection, or relationship, you may yourself at times not be entirely sure what kind of connection you are dealing with. For example, this feels hyper specific, but for someone listening, you might wonder, is this a twin flame? Is this a karmic? Is this a soulmate? What am I dealing with here? And who am I supposed to end up with? And this could actually be shrouded by mystery and confusion for someone that I'm tapping into here. But I feel your guide saying, if you surrender attachment to the specifics of the outcome and remain aligned with your sense of self-empowerment and self-love, you will find that the truth will be revealed to you always as you remain connected with that truth within yourself. For someone listening, you need to know that you don't have to have all of the details figured out, all of the so-called answers figured out. You simply need to remain conscious within whatever you are experiencing, meaning fully connected to the moment, to the now, to how you're feeling in the now, in your body, through your emotions, in your intuition. And as you make the most self-loving and self-empowering choices from the now moment that you are in, this situation will gradually and steadily unfold in alignment with your highest good. Now, I do see with appreciation and the Garden and the Gate card that in order to maintain your sense of connectedness to self, your self-loving energy, you may have had to make choices or decisions that have caused others to feel cut out of your life. Now, for some of you, this may simply be taking more time for yourself and giving less time and energy towards others. This may be making choices that are very self-loving to you, but that other people don't necessarily understand. And I feel that someone's guides are asking them to go into a deeper level of self-confidence when it comes to those self-loving choices that you make for yourself, even if others do not understand why you are choosing to make those particular choices. Yeah, we have Angel of Love in the upright position, representing that every choice you are making at this time is coming from a place of unconditional love, whether it's something that looks external, whether it's a choice you're making towards someone or something else, or whether it's a choice that you're making to unconditionally love yourself. And because unconditional love is such a rare frequency on the planet, very few people are going to understand this path that you've chosen, decisions that you make in your life. And yet, it's like I get this futuristic kind of trajectory where you're making these choices and decisions from a place of unconditional self-love, from a place of being inspired into action. And suddenly you begin manifesting like magic, because we have the cornucopia card upright, the manifestation card, connecting with the number 1111. And I'm hearing you're getting in sync with the true magic and power of the universe. And one of the greatest obstacles holding back some divine feminines who may be listening, perhaps this is that final battle to be overcome, is simply your willingness to accept your worthiness of everything you are in the process of manifesting, creating, and attracting in your life. Accepting that you are worthy of receiving without struggle, receiving love, receiving connection, receiving happiness, abundance, whatever you consider to be success. But specifically, we have caring connections and yin yang upright. Now, the yin yang card is my number one twin flame card in the deck. So this may connect with a twin flame situation for some of you, although of course, only you can know how this resonates for you personally. But with caring connections, I see this representing a connection that's very balanced, that's harmonized, that supports you in real time. And I'm hearing for those of you who connect as being on a twin flame path, regardless of how that so-called twin flame journey looks externally, this is a journey of you choosing connections, situations, people to surround yourself with who fully support you in real time, in the 3D world, who support you in this spiritual mission that you are expressing in the physical world in some way, in your own unique way, whether that's through artwork, through music, through creating a business, doing something online. And the hidden aspect of this, so here, these cards are actually connecting with that very first card I said that came from the top of the deck, what looked to be on the surface, and it was the Two of Cups reversed, two people possibly in a soul connection that looked very disconnected. Maybe for some divine feminines, this is you on a twin flame path, appearing that maybe you are in a quote-unquote separation or disconnected from a physical twin flame counterpart, and yet I feel this message coming through that as you choose to open yourself to being loved, to being supported through many different outlets and avenues, not just romantically, but to be supported by your friend group, to be supported by people that you allow into your life and allow to connect with your energy, by opening yourself up to this kind of real-time, balanced, reciprocated support, you are actually coming into that yin-yang upright energy. You're balancing your giving and receiving energies within yourself. You are harmonizing your own energy, and in that sense, you are at a much broader level from a bird's eye perspective, harmonizing your twin flame connection as well, regardless of whether the person you consider to be your physical twin flame counterpart is incarnated, has already transitioned, is completely out of your life, is in your life every single day, regardless of the status of that so-called Two of Cups, twin flame, physical connection energy. Know that through allowing yourself to be loved and supported and only allowing connections into your life that are balanced, both in the platonic sense and any romantic connections as well, you are again actually walking this twin flame path, meaning you are staying connected to that energy of unconditional love and keeping a balance between your divine feminine and divine masculine energies. This is requiring a great deal of surrender, particularly from those of you who might be at some kind of disconnect from the person that you consider to be your twin flame counterpart. And maybe there's a lot of confusion and uncertainty around this situation. For someone here, and again, this might only be for a few people, but you could be in a very strange situation of actually choosing to go towards a harmonized soulmate connection that represents that caring connections upright energy, a connection that's very balanced, very supportive, very mutual, and allows you to maintain your own balance in your divine masculine and divine feminine essences. And the ironic thing is, while your human self might be wondering, am I choosing against my soul's intended path? Meaning by choosing to be with this harmonized soulmate, or to connect at least in the moment with this harmonized soulmate relationship, am I somehow forsaking a twin flame connection? And I feel someone being guided to give themselves the freedom from all labels and concrete attachments and outcomes, even attachments to specific concepts or ideas of particular soul connections, to allow themselves to be free to go towards whatever connection in the moment is most self-supportive and balanced at an energetic level, knowing that achieving and maintaining that energetic balance will actually, ironically, harmonize that very same soulmate or that very same twin flame connection. And of course, this balance opens doors of opportunity and choice that you will have the power and the freedom to make, as you are the Empress here with the Empress card coming out at the bottom of the deck. So I'm also seeing, because this Empress card is at the bottom of the deck, but the Three of Swords was at the top of the deck, on the surface, there could be a divine feminine here who is feeling this Three of Swords energy, possibly even feeling entrapped. But I'm getting this energy of someone being entrapped by their own emotions or entrapped by their own thoughts that might seem to cycle and spiral. Particularly for one divine feminine, this entrapment of your thoughts and emotions might come because there is a particular masculine energy coming up as the King of Swords reversed. Someone who has a lot of king potential here, but has had a very reversed kind of energy. Maybe this is someone who was incapable of showing you that caring connections energy, giving you that reciprocated, harmonized, balanced connection. And you may have felt entrapped by the feeling of attachment or emotion you had towards this person or situation, in spite of the fact that they were incapable of giving to you in a balanced way. But I see that while you might be feeling this entrapment or feeling in that Three of Swords kind of torn energy, that heartbreak energy, what's actually happening beneath the surface is extremely powerful, because at the bottom of the deck we had the Empress. And I feel that all of this has been actually activating you behind the scenes into your power, whereas on the surface it may have looked very confusing, convoluted, painful, and challenging to you personally or to others who may have been looking at this situation. I'm getting this possible energy of judgment. So whoever I'm speaking to here, you may have felt as though there were eyes on you here, that other people were seeing the struggle you were going through and possibly judging you. But I see that you are actually, through all of this, you've been activated to this true Empress energy, to this remembrance of your true, unconditionally loving and abundant nature. And the affirmation on this card says, connecting to the earth reminds me that abundance is unlimited. So I feel that there's been a lot of really deep sacral chakra healing happening here as well, particularly when it comes to the balance between your giving and receiving energy. For the divine feminine I'm speaking to, this energy was unbalanced because you were very much in your giving energy, particularly for those of you connecting with that King of Swords reversed masculine, possibly from your past or in your life. You may have felt the need to overgive to this person or situation. And I see that through allowing yourself to possibly set boundaries there or step away or go towards, again, possibly this harmonized soulmate connection, or at least open yourself up to the possibility of being loved and supported and participated with in a balanced way. This is actually creating a really abundant energy around you. Now, in addition to that, when it comes to the sacral chakra, there's something here about nature and about the earth. So someone I'm speaking to might literally be spending more time in nature, more time literally connecting with the physical earth. But for others of you, I see this representing you actually connecting more with the present moment of your life experience than ever before. I spoke on this in recent readings, but I feel that for the divine feminine I'm tapping into here, part of embodying this Empress energy and also beginning to Open up yourself to receiving abundance into your life. Part of this is about you connecting more with the present of your physical body, of your life, of your connections, of possibly the physical world around you through particular grounding exercises. The present moment is the only place that you hold true power. And I see that for many divine feminines, specifically, you may be shifted out of trying to control what happens or how things come together in the future and reliving and reprocessing past pain or past hurt, heartbreak, betrayal over and over again. You're being shifted out of both of these, both past tense and futuristic mindsets, which I'm hearing were actually leaking your power and energy because they were keeping you, in a sense, distracted from the only place that you truly hold power, which is in the present. But now I see you've gone through almost like training exercises recently or in the last several months or years that has actually been teaching you how to be more present. Now, this could look very specific to each of you. This might be a certain exercise routine, such as doing yoga. This could be breathing exercises, meditation, or simply allowing yourself to enjoy the present of your life more fully and completely. And in doing so, it's almost this sense of accidentally tapping into this huge amount of spiritual power through connecting yourself back in with the present moment, however that is looking for you personally. So this has been a very unique reading. I am going to be continuing on in the extended version of this reading on Patreon. So particularly for those of you who are divine feminines here, we will be diving deeper into any messages you need to know at this time from your guides or higher self. We will also be channeling into any energies that might be connected to your energy field. So anyone that might be sending you energy romantically, platonically, or spiritually at this time, and reading into how that might be impacting you as well. So if you are interested in tuning into that extended reading, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box under this video. But for now, I am going to pull one final Rumi Oracle card to close the reading. And this card is Layla. So let me just read a little bit from the guidebook here. Put aside your clever schemes. O lover, be mindless, become mad, dive into the heart of the flame, become fearless, be like a moth, turn away from the self and tear down the house, then come and dwell in the house of love. Be a lover, live with lovers. Clean your chest from all hostility, wash it 7 times, then fill it with the wine of love. Be a chalice for love. Be a chalice. You must be all love to be worthy of the beloved. When going to the gathering of drunks, be a drunk, become drunk. Your thought takes a course, dragging you in its wake. Move beyond thought. Let your heart lead. Be the leader. When the grace of love is revealed, be a mirror to reflect it. When the beloved's hair is loosened, brush it like a comb. Be a comb. And the guidebook also says, you are moving through a period of not knowing, of time in the great void, or womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place the seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light, where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness, where only trust can assure one of success. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Again, if you would like to join me in the extended version of the reading, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. If my energy resonates with you, I do invite you to subscribe to the channel. Join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Have a beautiful remainder of your day and start to your week. And I will connect with you here again in the next reading.